Welcome back to another episode of Las Vegas Raiders franchise here in Madden 26 franchise mode. It is trade deadline week here in week number 9, and we are currently sitting at 4-3, which puts us in 3rd place in the AFC West and 9th place overall in the entire AFC. And if you did not see the last episode, we took on the Titans and Chiefs. We lost both those games. Very frustrating games, but we can't win them all. But those two losses led us right into our bye week, and now here we are in week 9. Trade deadline week, we do have some extensions to look at. So of course, Jakobi Meyers, I believe he's like the 4th highest rated on our offense, if I'm not mistaken. He might actually be the 3rd, one of the two. He is our wide receiver 1. He's 83 overall, 28 years old. He's looking for a 3-year extension. He's looking for a little over $10 million a year, which we do have plenty of cap space if we were to give him this deal. And a couple of other guys also looking for extensions. Jermaine Pratt, 29, 79 overall. Dylan Parham, I believe that's how you say it. He's 26, 77 overall. David Ajabo, who we just traded for a couple of weeks ago, he's looking for an extension, and he's also pretty interested. I think I'll offer him like a 4-year deal, and maybe he can develop into something over this 4 years, and he does accept it. He was getting around $5 million a year, which even if we do end up drafting an edge rusher or signing a different one, he would still be great depth at that price. Also, one thing I would like to say, if I do sound a little bit different in this video, that is because I recorded it when I was feeling a little sick, so I might sound like raspy or nasally at some points in the video, so if you are wondering why that is, that's the reason why. But yeah, with that being said, back to the video. But yeah, there's also a couple other guys here, Jamal Adams, Zamir White. We also did extend Daniel Carlson. I think it was last episode that we did that, but yeah, there's also Landon Roberts here. I'm not sure like what my process is going to be here. Raheem Mostert, I mean, he's a good backup. He's probably going to end up retiring because he's 33, but I mean, he's a good backup to have. He did get a lot of carries last episode because Ashton Genty was dealing with some wear and tear, but yeah, Tyree Wilson's 5th-year option, that's going to be in the offseason. I will not be accepting that because that's going to be $12 million for a guy who's going to be 26, and he's also not that high of an overall. So I likely will not be accepting his 5th-year option. But what I will be doing is trading Jakobi Meyers to the Steelers in exchange for a 3rd and 7th round pick. And now, despite Jakobi Meyers being one of our best players on offense, the production really wasn't there for him this season. He was getting outproduced by Trey Tucker and Jack Betch in the receiving game, and he was also on an expiring contract, and so I was really hesitant about re-signing a guy who I didn't really utilize all that much. And he also did get traded in real life too, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But yeah, we're sending Jakobi Meyers to the Steelers here. This is my first trade of probably a few that I'll have on the trade deadline here. And with my next trade here, we are doing business with the team that just beat us 2 weeks ago, Jermaine Pratt to the Titans in exchange for a 4th and 7th round pick. And this one might be my last trade, we'll just have to see. But we're sending a Landon Roberts to the Patriots in exchange for a 6th round pick in next year's draft. And here with my last trade of this trade deadline in year number 1, we are sending Dylan Parham to the 49ers in exchange for a 6th rounder this year and a 4th rounder next year. And now Charles Grant will be starting at left guard now that Dylan Parham has been traded. But yeah, I also decided to sign Mecole Hardman after trading away Jakobi Meyers because we only had 4 wide receivers on the roster, and I saw he was a free agent with 95 speed, 95 excel, so I was very happy to add him to this Las Vegas team. I also signed Kenyon Green just as a little bit of depth on the offensive line. And then defensively, I picked up James Williams Sr. off of the 49ers practice squad. He's 22 and a scheme fit, 69 overall, which is pretty nice. He might actually end up getting the start over Devin White at some point. But yeah, with all those trades done, this is what the team is looking like for the remainder of the season. We were pretty big sellers at the deadline, even though we are above 500, which is not the most conventional thing to do when you're over 500. However, after how the last 2 games went, I didn't really envision us having much playoff success, so I decided why not get as much value as we could when we could. But yeah, with that being said, we have 2 games today, Jacksonville and Denver. And in this game, the Jaguars will be without their starting Mike linebacker, their backup running back, and their 1st round pick from this year, Travis Hunter, is also going to be out for them this game. So those are some pretty big losses for the Jaguars there. And we will be without Trey Taylor today, who got injured during practice this week. So yeah, with all that being said, I think we can go ahead and jump right into our first game of this video. And here we go, we got Charles Woodson out there pumping up the crowd. We got a sold-out arena here in Allegiant Stadium today, here to watch the Las Vegas Raiders take on Liam Cohen and the 3-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. And there's head coach Ryan Anderson pumping up the team, currently sitting at 4-3. Ideally, we're able to turn that into 5-3. And we are going to be returning the opening kick. I do typically prefer to start off on defense, but it is what it is. We're going to get this return going with Mecole Hardman, the newly signed player, and he's going to have... Okay, I thought I was going to be able to cut that out, but we get it to the 29-yard line, pretty decent return, and here comes Geno Smith and the offense. Current season, he's at 1.4 thousand yards, 56 completion percentage, and 13-10 interception to touchdown ratio. So Geno has not really played all that great, but some of it is user error, so I guess it's not all on Geno, but Ashton Jeanty is going to cut up field and get us 14 yards on our first play of the game. And so on second down, we're going to hand it right back to him. We're going to run this ball right at Josh Allen, their superstar edge rusher, and Ashton Jeanty's going to get a little bit of space, but if I didn't get caught up there, I probably could have taken that all the way. We're going to put the ball in the air for the first time this game here on 2nd and 4. We'll see if we can get Brock Bowers open, and we can, but it's going to be a little high, and we're going to miss Brock Bowers on second down. So now we have a 3rd and 4 situation here on our opening drive. And I think there's a good chance Ashton Jeanty gets open on this wheel route. However, we're going to focus on the shorter routes, and Brock Bowers is open, but the pressure was there too quick. And the Jaguars are able to force a bad throw on the blitz, and maybe this is a spot I could have gone for it. Thinking about it now, we're on the 50-yard line, but we're just going to punt it away and see if we can pin the Jaguars back deep. But yeah, this is probably a situation maybe I go for it if it's like 4th and 2. Oh, that's going to be a touchback, isn't it? Get back there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe that was a spot I could have gone for it because there's really only a 30-yard field position difference. And here he is under center here on 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Is this going to be a handoff to Travis Etienne? He is. He's able to break free and gain 4. That was almost a TFL for Devin White. We're going to be on Devin White here. It's going to be a pass from Trevor Lawrence. Is he going to take off? And it's going to... Okay, well, I don't know what that coverage was, but big gain there for the Jaguars, and they're on the 45-yard line. Now the Jaguars are in a 3rd and 10 situation here on the 45-yard line. Devin White did get hurt on this drive a couple plays ago, so James Williams is in the game now, and Trevor Lawrence has all day to throw, and it's going to be a check down to Travis Etienne. They gain a couple of yards there, and that will set up a field goal attempt here. But yeah, that pass rush was not good. Trevor Lawrence had way too much time in the pocket, and that really helped him get in position to kick a field goal here, but it's going to go left. It's going to be no good. We will get the ball on the 46-yard line after the missed kick. Wow, that was like not even, that didn't even look to be center at all. That was just left the whole way. And so now we get the ball on the 46-yard line. A great opportunity to run the ball here. There is nobody in the box. We're going to hand this ball off to Ashton Jeanty and cut up field and gain 8 yards. And now we are in another 3rd down situation. I'm going to audible to a run because I feel like we have the advantage here. And what are we doing? Oh my gosh, that could have been so bad. As soon as I saw Jackson Powers-Johnson just completely ignore number 51 for whatever reason, I thought we were going to get stuffed. But thankfully, Ashton Jeanty was able to fight forward and we pick up the 1st down. That could have been bad. 1st and 10 here from the 12-yard line. We're going to hand this ball off to the right side with Ashton Jeanty, and we will get stopped for a loss of 1. Now on 2nd down, we'll put the ball in the air here. I like Mecole Hardman over the middle. We'll see if he's able to get open or if someone else is able to. Mecole Hardman's there. Can we get the ball to him? He's just short. I should have pressed X. I pressed A for conservative catch. We could have had Mecole Hardman his first touchdown in a Raiders jersey in his Raiders debut. But we'll hand this ball off to Ashton Jeanty and see if he can just dive over the top. Oh. Okay, maybe I didn't need to dive. I probably could have got that if I just ran in. So maybe I sold a little bit there, but we'll hand the ball back off to Ashton Jeanty on 2nd down. And I feel like this gets blocked. Yeah, it does. Ashton Jeanty fights his way into the end zone, and we strike first here at home as the rookie Ashton Jeanty gets into the end zone for yet another touchdown on what is hopefully a Offensive Rookie of the Year season. And we will trot out Daniel Carlson to make this 7-0 as we are under a minute in this first quarter. And now here the Jaguars are in a 3rd and 6 situation here on the 50-yard line, and they're going to send Brian Thomas Jr. in motion. Oh, wow. Oh, and it's going to be a miss by Trevor Lawrence. He was wide open. That for sure would have been a first down, but the Jaguars will bring out their punting unit here on 4th down from the 50-yard line, and will this... Oh, this is going to go out at like the 3-yard line. Yep, right on the 3. So we'll see if Ashton Jeanty can get us out of the shadow of our own goalpost, and we'll gain 2 yards on first down. 2nd and 8 from the 5. I don't think we're in a spot where we can pass, so we're going to hand this ball off to Ashton Jeanty, who has a ton of space and who's going to get us to the 31-yard line. Now it's 3rd and 5 from the 49-yard line. We are going to hand this ball off, and if I get it to like a 4th and short, I will go for it. 4th and 5. That's going to be 4th and medium. I mean... This is kind of a spot where I think going for it is probably the move. So we'll put the ball in the air here. We'll keep Raheem Mostert back to block. I like Brock Bowers over the middle here, and yeah, he's going to be wide open. Great release, and Brock Bowers will get us to the 39-yard line. And with 2 minutes to go in the first half, we have a 3rd and 3 from the 32-yard line. We will be putting the ball in the air. Brock Bowers, great release again, picks up another first down for us, and we get it to the 16-yard line. Michael Mayer, is he going to get us into the end zone? He gets us to the 2-yard line with 51 seconds to go in this first half. He also gets out of bounds, so the clock will stop. And here we'll just keep it simple on the 2-yard line. We'll hand this ball off to our running back and see if he can fight his way into the end zone. I probably could have taken that out a little more wide, but Ashton Jeanty gets his 2nd touchdown of the game. Fighting through contact. He did also get hurt on this drive a couple of plays ago. I decided to keep him in the game, and he gets a touchdown for it. Now he has some time to rest. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, thank goodness it was an underthrow. Oh, that could have been bad. 3rd and 7 here with 35 seconds to go. In this first half, the Jaguars have only gained 3 yards on this drive. And they're going to have a false start, so they're going to be backed up even further. And we'll see if the defense can hold them here on 3rd and 12 from the 15-yard line as this first half is slowly coming to a close. We're on James Williams here, and this is going to be a deep throw. Darian Porter tipped, and I guess all 3 guys decided to try and tip it there, but we forced the 4th down. I thought that was a chance for Darian Porter or anyone to get an interception there, but we forced the punt. I guess maybe we can get a big return here, and maybe we can get 3 before the halftime mark. We do have time. We also do have all 3 timeouts, and we get this to the 49-yard line. We have 19 seconds to get into field goal range. So on first down, we'll run some verticals here. If we could just get anything, I'll run it with Gino, actually. We'll run it, slide, call our first timeout, 13 seconds, 43-yard line. I really like Jack Betch over the middle here on 2nd and 3. We'll see if he's able to get open, and that was risky. It looked open, but Devin Lloyd was there. He made a play on the ball. Forces a 3rd down, and for some reason the Jaguars are in prevent defense, so we're just going to take our yards, and Brock Bowers is going to muscle through, and we'll call our 2nd timeout here with 4 seconds to go. I think we'll just have to kick it here. We'll kick a 49-yarder with Daniel Carlson. That was a big defensive mistake by the Jaguars there. It really put us into field goal range, and we are in a comfortable spot with Daniel Carlson here kicking a 49-yarder. So we'll just line it up, and that should be good, and it is right down the middle, 17-0 going into half. We have the shutout, and the Jaguars do start with ball, but we've played pretty good defensively, and we'll see if that trend can continue in the second half. And now we will check out what is going on around the league here at the halftime report. Panthers-Packers. The 6-1 Packers, 2-6 Carolina Panthers. It's going to be handoff to Josh Jacobs on the 30-yard line. And he's going to go, he's spinning. I don't think that spin was very necessary, but they'll score a touchdown as the Packers win 38-24. But here are the scores around the league. Anything interesting? No, not really. There's no blowouts from what I saw. But yeah, we get our highlights here. Ashton Jeanty, 2 touchdowns on the day. And here's the stats. Geno Smith, 11 of 14, 130 in the air. Ashton Jeanty, 14 rushes, over 80 yards, I think that said. Ashton Jeanty's played great this game. And here, as we have a pretty big lead in the second half, we're going to be really relying on him to try and bring us to our 5th win of the season. But yeah, we'll kick this ball off, and the Jaguars will start on offense. Oh, you're kidding. Thank goodness he overthrew it. That might have been a touchdown. Well, maybe not a touchdown, but that would have been a pretty big gain. And now the Jaguars have 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. We'll see they're in goal line. It's going to be a handoff to Tank Bigsby, and he will be stopped as there's an injury timeout, but I believe it is on the Jaguars. Now 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. We're going to see some motion over to the left side of the field. Trevor Lawrence is going to throw, and wow, it's going to be a touchdown to the guy who they just motioned. Dyami Brown motioned over to the left side of the field and then was wide open. I'm very curious to see as to what happened in coverage on that play. But the Jaguars do score their first touchdown. Let's just see what happened. So this is James Williams, the guy we just signed. He's in man coverage on Dyami Brown. I guess for some reason he got behind the double move, even though he was like already turned that way. He still went right when he didn't have to do that. But I mean, it's a linebacker on a receiver, so I guess maybe that's on the defensive coordinator more so than the player. But regardless though, not that great coverage when we were backed up, and the Jaguars capitalize and score their first touchdown of the game. Wow, Mecole Hardman takes a big hit there. Wow, we get stopped there on 3rd and 1, a loss of 1. And we are now on the 42-yard line with a decision to make on 4th and 2. I think I'll come out in inside zone, and if I like the look, I will go for it. And on the left side, I really like that look. So we're going to hand this ball off to Ashton Jeanty and see if he can fight. Oh, that was actually Raheem Mostert, not Ashton Jeanty. And Jack Betch with a ton of space, but just a little high on the throw. That might have been a touchdown if that throw is right on the money and he's able to hit him in stride. But we get it to the 13-yard line. If we are able to score on this drive, I mean, even just a field goal, that might put this game out of reach for the Jaguars. And now on the handoff, Raheem Mostert is a little bit banged up and he heads over to the bench. So Ashton Jeanty's down. Raheem Mostert's down. That means Zamir White will be checking into the game here on 2nd and 13 from the 16-yard line. And we're going to put the ball in the air on this situation. We'll go to Jack Betch. He's played a pretty good game so far. He had a very elite game a couple weeks ago in the last episode, if you saw that one. But yeah, offensive-wise, we've not been the greatest. However, in today's game, 320 yards, we've been pretty good. So Raheem Mostert has a pretty high risk of injury. We'll keep him in the game because this drive is pretty much over already. So 3rd and 3 on the 6-yard line. We will put the ball in the air yet again, and maybe I could have hit it Brock Bowers. Oh my gosh. Why did I do that, dude? I should have just thrown it to Brock Bowers right off the rip. Yeah, bad decision by me. We have no choice but to kick a field goal. Yeah, I could have played that a lot better. I just held the ball for way too long, and we'll have to settle for 3. Pretty unfortunate considering our field position was very good this drive, but we will make this a 13-point game with 5 minutes 9 seconds to go in this 4th quarter. 3rd and 8 here on the 47-yard line for this Jaguars offense. It's going to be a throw to Brian Thomas, and that's just a great play. That's a great offense there. He's able to bring it in, and he gets the Jaguars to the 20-yard line. Here setting up a 1st and 10 with just under 4 minutes to go, and it's going to be a handoff. Max Crosby with a big hit on Travis Etienne. Now 2nd and 6 from the 17-yard line. Travis Etienne will get motioned out to the left side. We're on James Williams Sr. here to see if we can get a stop here. We force a 3rd down. 3rd and 2 from the 12-yard line. This is 4-down territory for this Jaguars team if they are not able to pick it up here, and Trevor Lawrence might... Wow. We just gave that up. I thought he was going to run it, and then I thought he was going to check it down, and then he throws it to a wide open Hunter Long, and he's able to get into the end zone for the Jaguars' 2nd touchdown of the game. And now here we go with a drive where we really need to put this game away. 3 minutes to go. We're going to start off with a handoff to Raheem Mostert, who has a ton of space. He will get us a 1st down as the Jaguars will call their first timeout. We got another handoff here from the 36-yard line going right back to Raheem Mostert, who has a ton of space yet again, and the Jaguars will be forced to call their 2nd timeout. And now on 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line, we'll see if this Jaguars defense has adjusted to the run. And they have. We only gained 2 yards after back-to-back first downs. And now on 2nd and 8, we're going to hand this ball off to Raheem Mostert, who's tripped up from behind and gets us to a 3rd and 1. I think this is definitely 4-down territory for us if we're not able to pick it up on 3rd down. We do have to run one more play before the 2-minute warning, but we will take this clock all the way down as far as we can before we snap it. And now on 3rd and 1, we will snap this ball and hand it off to Raheem Mostert, who slips through the line and gets us to the 39-yard line as he picks up yet another first down on this drive as we try to put this game away here in the 4th quarter. And now it's giving me the option to kneel the ball out. I did not know that we were in position to be able to do that. Yeah, we aren't. I don't know why it gave me that option. I really don't know why it gave me that option. I thought it would tick the clock down if I did that, but it didn't. So yeah, we do have to run a couple more plays. But yeah, we'll hand this ball off to Raheem Mostert again here on 2nd and 11. As the play clock gets down to 1, we'll snap this ball. And Raheem Mostert, a ton of space yet again, but a big hit by Devin Lloyd and forces a 3rd and 3. It's given me kneel again, but I don't think I'm able to just do that. Actually, the clock is around 40 seconds, so I guess I was able to do that, but, you know, we'll hand Raheem Mostert the ball one more time, and we'll do a little bit of stat padding. Oh, you're kidding. Dude, you're kidding. We get an injury. Oh my gosh, that's just so... Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we'll just kick a field goal. Of course something like that happens, but it's going to be a 2-possession game anyways, so I guess it doesn't matter all that much. But if it was going to stay as a 1-possession game, that would have been so annoying. But Daniel Carlson's fantasy owners get a little bit of extra points there as we kick this ball off to the Jaguars, who are going to have 29 seconds to see if they can score 9 points. And on the Hail Mary, Trevor Lawrence is able to break a tackle, and he's going to run it, and he got him to the 30-yard line. So very interesting Hail Mary there. But regardless, though, we get the win. We improved to 5-3 on the season with a 9-point win against this Jacksonville Jaguars team. This was a great game by Geno Smith. He did have a couple misses during the game, which were pretty bad, but for the most part, he played a pretty good game, and we'll check out the stats really quick here before we go on to our next week's matchup. So yeah, Geno Smith, like I said, only 4 incompletions. It was a pretty good game by him. 78 completion percentage, even though no touchdowns. But we got the win. That was all that matters. And Ashton Jeanty, it was unfortunate he got hurt because he was playing a really good game, averaging just under 5 yards a carry. Raheem Mostert, same with him, just under 5 yards a carry. Got him 2 touchdowns as well, 15 of 74. Great day on the ground for Ashton Jeanty. And Raheem Mostert, 12-58. And Michael Mayer as well, can't forget about him, 1 rush for 2 yards. In receiving, Brock Bowers continues to dominate, 5 for 68. The rookie Jack Betch, 2 for 30. Michael Mayer, the backup tight end, 3 for 20. Ashton Jeanty, 1 for 13. The new signing, Mecole Hardman, 1 for 13. And then Dante Thornton, Raheem Mostert, and Trey Tucker also all got involved as well. And we weren't able to get any sacks or turnovers or anything like that. However, Jamal Adams, even though it doesn't really show up in the stat sheet, well, I mean, it kind of does. 2 TFLs, 1 pass deflection. I think Jamal Adams was one of the very underrated pieces on our defense today. Even though I don't really have many defensive clips from this game, for all things considered, Jamal Adams did play a pretty good game. It does say only 1 pass breakup, but I'm pretty sure he had a little bit more than that. But I would say Jamal Adams was definitely one of the better players on our defense today. But yeah, we advanced to 5-3, and now I think our next game is against the Broncos, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it is. Week 10, we take on the Denver Broncos, and it looks like the Cardinals picked up BJ Ojulari from our practice squad, so he's no longer on our practice squad. And now here we take on our division rival, the 6-3 Denver Broncos, who are just coming off that 1-point win against the Houston Texans. We do have a quick storyline, film room prep, so we'll see what that is all about here. Critical game this week. What are we seeing on the film? Rod Starling, I have no idea who this is. Maybe our defensive coordinator? Or no, he's probably our offensive coordinator. Yeah, he's talking about our receivers, so I would assume he's the offensive coordinator. That would be pretty strange if the defensive coordinator was doing that, but yeah, we'll see if we have a goal. Do we agree on targeting the Broncos linebackers? So they have Dre Greenlaw, and then I think Alex Singleton is a Bronco, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, we know for sure their defensive backs are not their weakness because they have PS2 back there. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what this is supposed to mean. But I think it's probably best if we focus on our rushing attack because we have Ashton Jeanty and approval decreased. Okay, I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but I mean, I'm the head coach. So, I mean, I guess I lost some approval. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And so we have a game goal of getting 20 rushing attempts with the Ashton Jeanty. We did have this a couple weeks ago. We weren't able to achieve it. Maybe that will change this time around. We'll have to see. But yeah, I don't really have any more yapping to do. I think we can go ahead and jump right into our Week 10 game here. Before we hop into this game, I should quickly mention they will be without Cortland Sutton as well as Adam Troutman. I just noticed that before hopping into this one. Also, this is a Thursday night primetime game, so we have a short week taking on the 85 overall across the board division rival Denver Broncos on the road. There's Bo Nix leading the team out there. So our record is 5-3, ranking 3. I have no idea what ranking 3. What in the world is that even supposed to mean? Like, we're not third in our division. We're not third in the AFC. We're not third in the league. So I have really no idea what ranking 3 is supposed to mean. But yeah, here we go. We're returning the kick. We got Trey Tucker back there receiving. And let's see what we can get going. We get it to the 24. And here comes Geno Smith, current season, 1.6 thousand pass yards, just under 60% completion, and 13-10 touchdown to interception ratio. We do have a goal of getting Ashton Jeanty 20 carries, which I would really like to achieve. And we'll start that off with a carry here. First play of the game, and we will get this to the 33-yard line, second and inches. Ashton Jeanty, 15 of 74 last week. He was a little banged up last week, and that wear and tear has carried over into this game, so we do want to get him 20 carries, but we also do want to be a little bit cautious while doing so. At second down, we'll run some play action here on second and inches, and we are just going to throw this to Michael Mayer, who makes a catch through contact, and we have an injury timeout. Jackson Powers Johnson is down, and he will be heading to the bench. But here on the new set of downs, we will be running the ball right at our backup center. Jackson Powers Johnson does have a high risk of injury, but we will keep him in the game. Oh, dude, what is 76 doing? He just chose to not guard Alex Singleton, or not guard, I should say, block. He chose to not block Alex Singleton, and that sets up a 3rd and 11 here on our opening drive. That's so frustrating, man, but we'll run mesh here. This is like my favorite concept to run, and they were in zone. I thought they were in man coverage. Yeah, that was not the best quarterbacking by me. I thought I saw man coverage. I just read the defense wrong. And yeah, we're going to set up for a 52-yard kick with Daniel Carlson here. This should be pretty makeable. I can line it up and get the power, full power. This should be good, and it is. 3-0 here, and now it's the Broncos' turn on offense. Bo Nix, 1.7 thousand pass yards, a 15-3 touchdown to interception ratio. So Bo Nix has been very careful with the ball. Hopefully that will change in this game. And on first down, we are going to stop the running back. I think that was J.K. Dobbins for a loss of 9. A huge stop on first down. 3rd and 1, they are coming out in goal line. I can only imagine what this play will be. I'm pretty positive this will be a sneak. Let's see if we can stop it here by stacking right up under the center. And Bo Nix is going to be stuffed. 4th and 1, and they are going to send out the field goal unit to try and tie us here as the first quarter is slowly coming to an end. Let's see if they actually kick it. Yeah, they will. And yep, it's up and it's good. Tie game here. Yeah, the pressure gets to Geno there and forces a bad throw. We got 3rd and 9 here in risk of a 3-and-out if we are unable to pick up this first down here. I like Ashton Jeanty on the Texas. I also like Jack Betch over the middle, but the pressure is getting there quick. I just had to take off. I could have probably dumped that off to Ashton Jeanty, but They rushed 3 and the pressure got there that quick. What happened, dude? So yeah, they rushed 3 here. Nick Benito, spin, Ashton Genty like ran into him. He wasn't supposed to block. Maybe I could hit Jack Betch like right here. But when I saw Nick Benito, honestly, all I thought was just run because I didn't see Ashton Genty, which he probably should have been like right around here. If he didn't run into Nick Benito, then I probably would have been able to get him the ball. But yeah, that's just a really unfortunate play. Nick Benito with some great defense, and we are forced to punt this ball away. And we go 3-and-out on our second drive of the game. On first down, it's going to be a screen. Okay, well, I was going to say on first down, the Broncos had a ineligible player downfield penalty. And we will stop this screen 2 yards short, and the Broncos will go 3-and-out. And we will get this ball back with just under 6 minutes to go. And yeah, 3rd and 12 here after the screen is unable to get us any positive yardage. We are at risk of back-to-back 3-and-outs here if we are unable to pick this one up. I like Brock Bowers over the middle here. We'll see if he's able to get... we'll throw it to him. That's a little high, and yeah, I don't think we really had anything there, and that's just a really missed opportunity there. We started this drive on the 42-yard line, and we're punting the ball away after gaining no yards. That's really frustrating. Oh, dude, you're joking. You're joking, man. I missed that. That's on me. I can't even get mad at the game. I just missed. And Marvin Mims gets another big gain on us, and he brings this one in for a touchdown. Bad defense by me. The Broncos will score the first touchdown of the game, as we are now under 4 minutes to go in this first half. And yeah, 2-play drive. The Broncos just are a great team. We have 3rd and 3 here. This will be our 3rd straight 3-and-out if we are unable to pick this up. I'm going to put Michael Mayer on an out route. I go to one of the 2 tight ends here, and it's going to be to Brock Bowers, and he will get us to the 40-yard line. We finally have a first down. 2 minutes to go here in Denver on Thursday night. We have the ball on the 43-yard line. We are approaching field goal range, but the Broncos do start with the ball in the second half, so I would like to get a touchdown. I guess I would always like to get a touchdown, so I guess it's not exclusive to this point in time, but Trey Tucker gets open. He was in man coverage on PS2, and he was able to break free. That's a great play by Trey Tucker there as we get this ball on the 37. Second down, we'll take the snap here, put the ball in the air. We're just going to have to check this down to Ashton Genty, get upfield, and get us to the 30-yard line while picking up a first down. And we'll run a toss to the left. I like our numbers over there. I think we can get something going here if our offensive linemen can get wide, but they can't. And we gain nothing on the play. Now we're under 40 seconds to go in this first half. We will put the ball in the air, and it's going to be dropped. So now we have 3rd and 10. I'm going to put Jack Betch on a post here. I think maybe that can get open, or Dante Thornton Jr. One of the two. Actually, neither of the two. We'll go to Mecole Hardman, and we'll call our first time out. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. I really like Jack Betch over the middle here. We'll see. No, Alex Singleton played that well, and we get sacked. We lose 9 yards, 27 seconds to go. I think we put Jack Betch on a deep out route here. I think that's probably the move. Yeah, this looks to be zone coverage, so we'll have either Mecole Hardman or Jack Betch open. In theory, we'll go to Jack Betch, and it's a bad throw. There wasn't really all that much separation. I thought I could maybe throw him open, but did not go as planned. 3rd and 19 here. I'm really only looking at Mecole Hardman. We'll see if his speed is able to get him open. There's a little bit of space if we go aggressive. He had his hands on it. It was just great coverage, and he's able to break the ball free, and we are going to have to settle for 3 here on our final drive of this first half. A really unproductive first half. We only have 6 points. Our offense has really not looked all that great. It's really looked bad, if we're going to be completely honest. The offense has not really looked all that good. Aside from Ashton Genty, Ashton Genty's running the ball very well. We're just not really moving the ball. We had a couple of 3-and-outs. Please don't let them. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, we've had a couple of 3-and-outs. It's just really not been a productive first half. So we'll go into the locker room at halftime. Dude, Are you kidding me? They're going to get 3. They're going to get 3. That's so frustrating, man. Are you serious? I thought they would just run the ball out and that would be it, but they're going to try a field goal here. Please miss this, Will Lutz. Please. Okay, thank goodness. It's going to be wide right. The score will stay the same, but the Broncos will receive the kickoff to start the second half. Man, this first half was really bad, but we'll go into the locker room. We'll make some adjustments. Max Crosby gets into the backfield. I think that was a read option, though. So, yeah, it won't count as a sack, but Max Crosby makes a great play. 3rd and 9 here for this Broncos offense, who have been driving very well on this drive. So if we're able to hold them to 3, that will be a huge win for us here. And, yeah, of course, they're going to get it to the 6-yard line. Bo Nix has played great. I don't think he has a single... Oh, no, he does have, like, at least one incompletion. But Bo Nix, he's been great this game. It's been tough to stop him. And now this offense is on the 6-yard line as we try to make the goal line stand. Yeah, that's frustrating. We ran man coverage, but Tyler Boyd comes away with the touchdown there. We had pressure on him, and Bo Nix took a hit. Eric Stokes, I mean, the coverage is there. He's just kind of a step behind. And the Broncos will score yet another touchdown. You're kidding, dude. Yeah, I think I shouldn't have stepped up. I think that's what caused that to just get thrown in the dirt pretty much. But yeah, we have 3rd down here, 3rd and 12 to be precise, and it's just not really looking good. We might go 3 and out here, and this Broncos offense, like I said, they've been moving, so I really don't want to give the ball back up to them. So picking up a 1st down here is ideal, and we just have no one blocking. We get sacked for the 2nd time this game, and we left to punt on 4th and 21. Jeremy Chin, great pass break up there. I probably should have been there in coverage, but we will force the 3rd and 8 situation here on the 49-yard line. A stop here is a must because we want the ball back, and we are able to take Bo Nix down. I think that was David Ojabo, the guy who we traded for and just extended. He was able to get in there and get our first sack of the game. Not the first time Bo Nix has gone down, because we did have the one read option TFL. But that will do it for the 3rd quarter. We will enter the 4th quarter down by 11. And now it's 2nd and 15 for this Broncos team. We have to keep them out of field goal range if we want this game to be manageable. And we will get a TFL on 2nd down. 3rd and 17 from the 42. I don't believe this is going to be field goal range for Will Lutz. They might try it. I'm not sure how far the one they missed before halftime was, but they might try it from this distance. It's going to be a quick check down here, and we let them gain way too many yards. They're on the 32-yard line, and this is probably going to be a made kick. I would be pretty surprised if Will Lutz missed this. I don't know what his overall is, but I don't think, yeah, he's going to make it. And it's now a 14-point game with under 7 minutes to go. We need to lock in on offense, and we need to score quickly. Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 7 here. The Broncos, today's 6, season ranked 25. What is that even supposed to mean? But we got a 3rd and 7 here. This is definitely 4-down territory if we are not able to pick it up. On 3rd down, Jack Betch has some separation. There's going to be a flag, and we throw a pick, man. Are you kidding? This better be roughing the passer. It's going to be holding. Colton Miller was holding. They're going to decline this. That's frustrating. Well, we're able to get Bo Nix down again. Max Crosby and Jeremy Chin will combine for a sack. Unless that might actually just go to Max Crosby, but they were both in the area. They both brought Bo Nix down. I guess we'll just have to check the stats after the game. But it's going to be a handoff here. 3rd and 18 as we are now under 5 minutes to go. So the Broncos will put this in the air. Presumably they will indeed do that. Can we get to him? David Ojabo gets his 2nd sack of the game. After getting the extension earlier in this video, the Broncos will be punting the ball away, and like I said, we have to score quick. We do have 3 timeouts, so we can, ideally we score before the 2-minute warning, so then we can save maybe 1 timeout, but We do need to lock in. This has not been a great offensive game. We only have 6 points. It's been a horrible offensive game. We just can't turn the ball over, and we need to score quick, as I've said multiple times. But this will be a throw to Ashton Genty. We're going to have to go hurry up. And here we go, 1st and 10, second play of the drive. We really have nothing. I'm just going to run with Gino, slide, just go hurry up again. I probably could have got the first down there. 2nd and 1 here from the 34-yard line. Michael Mayer, great separation. He's going to get upfield, and he will get us to the 13-yard line and get out of bounds to stop that clock. So now we have about 56 seconds to score before the 2-minute warning. Ashton Genty, come on. Gino, the ball. Oh my gosh, dude, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Maybe I could have thrown that like a second earlier. I just did not expect Ashton Genty to be wide open. But yeah, I probably should have thrown it a little bit earlier. But man, this is a touchdown. It's just a little off to the right. Before I snapped the ball, I thought the wheel route would be a good choice against this coverage. I did not expect him to be this wide open. If I throw it here, it's probably a touchdown. So I guess part of it is on me, but yeah, that's just frustrating. But we have to have a next play mentality here on 2nd down. We need to get in the end zone twice, and Ashton Genty is open. But we only gained 2 yards. We have 25 seconds before the 2-minute warning. We will get this snap off, and we're going to run it. I probably could have hit up Ashton Genty, but we're going to run it. We get it on the 1-yard line. We're going to hand this ball off to Ashton Genty. I like this box. Let's snap it quick. Ashton, you're kidding. You're just kidding me, dude. Okay, can we get a snap off before the 2-minute? Let's see, come on. Spamming A. I mean, oh, you're kidding. Yeah, I could have hit up Jack Brouch. What am I doing? Seriously, what am I doing? Yeah, maybe it's just me. Maybe I just suck. Because I could have for sure had a touchdown when I ran it with Gino if I would have just passed it to Ashton Genty. But I was just trying to do too much. I wasn't as locked in as I should be. We're going to throw this to Trey Tucker. It's going to be a drop. 4th down. Game on the line. We have to score here. And I think I'm going to motion Jack Betch over the right side of the field. I feel like that's probably the move. And we're going to put him on a deep out route because I feel like that's probably the move. My read here is really Mecole Hardman. We'll see if he's able to get open. We're just going to throw it up. Mecole Hardman brings it in, and we have a chance. Mecole Hardman with the athletic grab. The new signing of this video goes up there, brings in the catch. Very risky throw, but that was a great throw by Gino. I'll give that to him. Mecole Hardman, great catch. And we have a chance. We have all 3 timeouts, 1:50 on the clock. We're going to kick this ball deep and see if we can stop this Broncos offense. This ball will go out of the end zone. I don't think, yeah, they won't return it. They'll start on the 35. And yeah, Marvin Mims, 3 catches, 107, 1 touchdown. He's played great this game. And all right, here we go. 1st down on the 35-yard line. And oh my gosh, dude. Well, let's try this again. 1st down on the 46-yard line. We need to get him in the backfield, and Bo Nix is free. Force a fumble. Please force a fumble. Injury timeout. Max Crosby's down. Oh my gosh, you're kidding. And he's on the medical table. I don't know if that means he's going to be out for the game, but he's our best defensive player by far, so not having him in this spot it hurts. We got to get a stop here on 2nd down. Can we get in the backfield with Lonnie Johnson? We can't. Can we force him out of bounds? Nope. That's going to be the game. The Broncos will win. Max Crosby, he's not out for long term. Yeah, the Broncos are going to win. We are going to drop to 5-4. We'll go over stats and everything really quick. This is such a disappointing game. We had so many chances, but we just really couldn't get anything going. And yeah, we are going to drop to 5-4 on the season. But just checking out stats, like I said, Bo Nix, he was elite. Only 3 incompletions, 2 touchdowns, 259. It was tough to stop him. Gino, only 10 incompletions, did have the 1 pick, is what it is, 1 touchdown. Ashton Genty, we were 8 carries short of his game goal, 27 yards, 2.2 average. Not the best day running the ball. Geno Smith, 3 for 21. RJ Harvey, 2 for -11. Wow. We didn't have a single receiver over 30 yards this game. That is very surprising. Mecole Hardman, 2 for 29. Did have the very clutch touchdown at the end, but not having a single receiver with more than 30 yards. David Ojabo, though, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks, 5 total tackles. This is a pretty good game for David Ojabo, despite the loss. Max Crosby, 3 TFLs for him. But yeah, I mean, overall, this was just a horribly played game. Like, what are our offensive stats? We had under 200 yards. Like, yeah, we really had nothing. We averaged 4.6 yards per pass, 3.2 yards per rush. I mean, time of possession, they had 5 minutes more, but we also had 4 more plays than them. They averaged double our yards per play. So, yeah, this is just a bad game overall. But yeah, that is going to do it for episode 5 of Las Vegas Raiders franchise here in Madden 26. We go 1-1 in the episode. In next video, we will be taking on the Cowboys, Browns, and maybe the Chargers. I might actually start doing 3 episode videos for the remainder of year number 1. That might actually be the move. Well, I mean, you guys can let me know in the comments if that's what you want to see. But yeah, that is all I have for you all today. Thank you all so much for watching all the way through this video. I really appreciate that. If you enjoyed this one, I do have a ton of other Madden content up on my channel, so feel free to check that out if you enjoyed. But yeah, that's all I have for you all today. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see y'all next time.